Welcome to another video. Here today I've got another boot review on a pair of Adidas Predators. These are the Jude Bellingham edition in the Elite variant. So as you can see here, I'll just get them out of the box. You can see they're in my usual, which is UK size 10. That's my sort of normal size, what my normal go-to is. I'll go into it a bit later for the Predators, but fit is pretty good. Here you've got the usual inserts around the wash and care guidance from Adidas. You can see one side and then the other side there with all the different languages on. And then here in the box, bear in mind this is the Elite variant, so the top spec, best materials, best quality, similar sort of materials that are used in the football boots that the actual player's wearing, or in this case Jude Bellingham is actually wearing. It's got a boot bag, blue design, and then here I'll just grab the boots out of the box and then we'll look into all the specific bits as well. There we go, typical contents, and get the other boot out. And there we go, this sort of black, blue, white colourway. And that's it for the box. So you see the boot bag, usual boot bag, typical Adidas Predator design, nice blue, white. Inside you can see we have the zip. Same material as usual. Please remember this only comes with the Elite variant. The sort of three variants you've got the Adidas all the variants you've got the Adidas boots, at least the top spec. So these retailed in October 2025 at about £260 or €280, $280. However, I've got these now quite a few months later. What is it, 8-9 months later? So I got these on a good discount for about £150, so $180. And that's a good price in the UK for some top specs. Got them on a promotion. You can still get these on the Adidas website. If you check my links in the description, you'll be able to find links directly to grab them. Same with any products I use in the video, like the football I use later on. So you can see here on the specific boots, the Acklets have got the Predator branding. We've just taken the inserts out so they keep their shape properly while shipping and storage. I'll take it out on the other boot as well. So you can see here, ever since the Predator came back in its full glory 2 or 3 years ago, you've got the full tongue on this model. You can get these in with no tongue as well, so if that's more of your preference. Just looking at the tags quickly, so you've got usual tags. So this is the tag saying that the sole plate of the shoe may wear off with use. You see that warning with chrome finishes, but I think it's because of the blue that's on the bottom of the sole plate. So you can see you've got the hybrid touch material throughout the Predator, which gives you that softer, it's a synthetic material, but it's meant to sort of be like very similar to the Tempo 10s and the Tempo Maestros, where it sort of imitates leather, what the Predators used to be made out of. And you can see you've got the grippy elements as the strike skin rubber elements that are all over as well to help with that connection with the ball, that grip. And just quickly looking at the bottom, you can see you've got a custom sole plate and a little Easter egg there, B94RL. Which is the postcode of where Jude Bellingham grew up in Birmingham. That's for non-UK viewers, that is the sort of area that Jude Bellingham lived in. And you can see here all over the boot, very customised to Jude Bellingham, but other than that, the boot is a standard Predator. There isn't anything special about the actual boots material or anything like that. Normal material, but just Jude Bellingham design with the colours, the JB. And on the other boot we'll see as well, I think it's got the number 10 potentially on there as well, and then the little Easter egg on the tongue. There you go, so you can see that hybrid touch side in its full glory. Then onto the other boot, you can see here, just pop the tongue down properly. Typically people wear it between the first and the second set of studs. I have seen people do it further back or further forward. Personal preference. So you can see on the right foot boot, you've got the JB on the tongue. The left boot, you've got the Adidas symbol. Just comparing them side by side, showing you all the angles, what they look like, things like that. And then the inside, you can see you've got a bit of padding around, a bit of design on the inside too. Sort of fit wise, and you can see on the toe box here, the toe box is quite wide on these, which is good. similar to all of the Predators, but the toe box is on the slightly wider side. So if you've got a bit wider feet than the average person, then these could potentially be a good option for you. I personally go true to size in these, and I have slightly wider feet. Obviously, if you do have wide feet, maybe consider going up half a size. But generally, I found these to be quite good. If we have a look at the sole plate and the performance of the sole plate, surprisingly for Predators, these are actually quite springy. You can see bouncing forwards, bouncing backwards there. This is a little bit unusual for Predators, but especially because they're more aimed at that control, comfort sort of market rather than the speed. Let's just pop these on the scale and get a bit of a weighting. Bear in mind these are my UK size 10, so you can take some grams off for smaller size, or obviously add some from for a large size. So you can see we've got about 219, 220 grams, so very light, especially for not a speed boot. In my size, the speed boots are normally around that 200 gram mark, so these are around 20 grams extra per boot. Just still allows you to have that sort of barefoot-like feel. And we'll get the ball out now for a quick grip test. This will be interesting with the strike zone rubber elements. So you can see just rubbing it below the strike zone rubber elements. Not much grip, the ball doesn't move much. But as soon as you get onto these rubber elements, whether that's on the tongue or whether that's on the midfoot slash toe box area, ball moves super smoothly. Grips on really well. Almost akin to sort of what the Phantom range does with the grip now on the Nike boots. You can see on the outside of the boot there isn't any rubber elements here, so not much grip. You can see it doesn't move the ball anywhere. I do use the same ball in quite a lot of my videos, so you can compare. Equally, if you're interested in getting this ball on the boots, check out the description below. There you go, look how much grip you get there. So if you get that grip obviously for the touch, for dribbling, and don't forget when you've got that strike going to a really clean, nice strike. See, I haven't got for this video a on feet section, but I'll quickly go over a little review for that. On feet, boots are very comfortable. Break-in period was very short, like a training session or two, and then sort of started moulding to my feet and getting really soft and comfortable. No blisters, which is great. Feels like sort of that traditional Predator, especially with it being a bit better for wider feet players like myself. I've gone true to size in these, which is amazing. The rubber elements are probably the best part about this. They're getting you that enhanced grip, spin, control, passes on shots, etc. So it's gone back to the original identity as the control and power boot. But you got to remember, these are the same as all the other Predator Elite versions, but they've just got that Jude Bellingham design on it with the logos, his signature celebration, the postcode on the tongue strap. And then, yeah, so as I said, not about speed. It's all about that control, the precision. That's what this boot's aimed at. If you position-wise, it's great for any position. It's an amazing all-rounder defender, striker, winger, goalkeeper. Amazing all-rounder. The sole plate is also designed in that way as well, with the studs in medium sort of aggressiveness positions. So you could likely get away with using them on artificial grass as well as firm ground. The version I've got in the video is the firm ground version. But if you did want to give them a go on AG pitches, I'd say be careful, go a bit slower as you start with, and build into how they feel on AG pitches, because sometimes the longer studs or the more triangle studs can dig in a bit and can cause more stress on your knees, ankles and joints and things like that. But yeah, overall, great boot, definitely worth looking into if you're interested in getting a pair of Adidas Predators. Links below in the description. And yeah, it's good to see a new addition to the collection, one of football's most iconic boot lines. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, drop a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, subscribe and like for the next video.